Welcome to Meta Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Jeff Rappaport.
I'm Megadan Tumalo.
Matt Gibbons.
Matt Moore.
I was going to introduce you.
Oh, I thought you introduced myself.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
He was confused. He was confused.
And you were in the band's Rumpelstiltskin Grinder?
Yeah.
You're in Absu?
Yes.
And something else too, right?
Right now, that's all I got time for. Yeah.
You were in Woe for a tight second.
Yeah.
Just for a tight second?
Yeah.
Was it uncomfortable?
It was enjoyable.
He was also in Total Fucking Destruction for a tight second.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like the tight second dude.
That's once it gets loose, it needs to stay tight. That's all.
Not as long as a hot minute.
Yeah. So my first question for you is, why are you the last Rumpel guy to come here? What's kept you away for so long?
Nobody tells me about anything. I guess people don't like me, so it's like I'm the bottom of the barrel, really.
Is that really true?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
because we almost had the full band here one night.
Hey, why weren't you here that night? I was wondering why you
I don't know if I was invited. I might have been out of town. Like, there's a lot of...
With Absu.
Yeah, there's been situations where I've been out of town for like a month or something, and rather than wait, the band will do stuff without me. Which makes sense.
Does that ever create animosity between either of the bands? Because they're like, like you're away, instead of working on one project, you're on the other one. Does that ever cause any strife?
You would think, and I can tell you in 100% certainty that not at all. Like, there's just total respect. Actually, the two bands have toured together, so like everyone kind of gets along and knows each other pretty well. And that's like, yeah, it's a good scenario.
Plus, all the guys in the band are in 600 bands themselves.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. I think for a little while I was in 600 bands, and I can only do two because it's like I spread myself too thin, just.
Yeah. I mean, Sean's in Ashton Colt, right?
Yeah.
And he's in Woe.
Yeah.
Fuck Forever.
Fuck Forever is grind band. Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin Grinder.
Yes.
Anything else?
I'm sure he has other projects that he's doing, but I think that's primarily it right now.
And Ryan.
Total Fucking Destruction, Smoker and the Rollers, Azure Remote, Rumpelstiltskin Grinder, Old Heads Project.
Some Old Heads.
Yeah. I don't know, all kinds of stuff.
And Rustin? Same.
Rustin, he's all over the place.
Woe, Burden. No, he's not in Woe, he's in Burden, right?
Burden. He wasn't.
Woe.
He's in Woe and Burden.
Yeah, I think he toured with
right?
Master.
Am I saying wrong?
Yeah.
It is Burden, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
the only
I'm
guy,
very crazy.
The only person, Pat for Rumpelstiltskin Grinder, is the only guy that's just in Rumpelstiltskin Grinder.
We gotta get him in another band.
What's the deal with Pat now? Okay, so Rustin's playing, but what? I don't know if you ever heard what happened to Pat.
Rustin's played all the shows that we played recently, and Pat is like, we're still the same lineup. Rustin's like just the man and filling on shows. Like, in case I have to tour, Rustin's gonna be the guy if he's available to do it. I mean, he's a monster. He's
monster in stature too.
Literally.
Yeah, he picked me up in like a small child and rolled me around. It's true. Yeah.
Nice. You look like a small child.
I am a small child compared to him.
It's no joke. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster guy. I tried to pick him up. Like, I used to do the skit where I would carry the people out. You probably saw me carry Sean and Ryan out. You guess?
Oh yeah. That's tough carrying.
I got him up, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to carry him.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. So I let him carry me instead.
There had to be some carrying. So you're telling me I'm going to get carried.
We're going to carry you out.
No, we don't do that anymore. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Yeah. Rich Oak didn't want it, so we stopped it at that.
Yeah.
What a diva.
He did, and he expected M&Ms like separated, like different bowls.
Yeah, no brown M&Ms.
Yeah.
No brown M&Ms.
He had wanted a special scarf to keep him warm between takes. It was really hard to deal with.
Well, you wanted to perform well in the interview.
Yeah, and he did. He did.
Great interview.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Now, does anybody ever call you M&M?
Actually, my middle name is M as well, so there's a triple M scenario going on right
So
there.
they calls you M&M? Delicious.
Yeah.
So you're lying.
Now, do you
What's your name?
We have said that we need Matt more and more.
Yeah.
We need more of Matt more and more. We said that on a tour, on the Rumpelstiltskin Grinder tour.
Did you?
Well, you said support Matt more.
Support Matt more and more. That was it.
I appreciate
support Matt more and more.
Now, do you melt in your mouth, not in your hand?
I can melt in your hand as well.
Flexible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not right now on film, though.
All right. Now, how did you become involved with Absu? Because that wasn't you. I mean, you were with Rumpel, I think, pretty much almost from the beginning, or from the beginning.
Yeah. We all started that Rumpel together, and then we did a split 7-inch with Absu, initiated by Eli from Relapse for their Speed and Spike series, which was awesome because we're all huge fans of the band. It was our first.
He was originally a Rumpel guy too, right?
Eli, yeah.
Yes.
Have you interviewed Eli yet?
No, but I've been to his chili place.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
It's a great
Been to the chili thing.
place.
Was great.
But so there was a split 7-inch. Then their album came out around the same time as ours. They had a tour with Destroyer 666. All kinds of bands set up. Bands kept dropping off for whatever reasons. You know, the typical bands dropping off type of stuff. Steve from Candlelight and I kept talking about trying to have Rumpelstiltskin Grinder tour with bands from Candlelight. We were just trying to figure out stuff. And he called me one day. He's like, "You got to tell me right now, but Absu needs a band. They need a band on their tour. Are you guys down?" So I just called everybody, quit our jobs, did it. So we went on tour together, and the rest is history. From that tour,
That's
joined the
dedication.
band after that. So
That's cool. They're two very different bands, right?
yeah,
Stylistically,
they're
and
both pretty thrashy and stuff like that. I would say, and
but they're more serious too, and Rumpel's more goofy too, as far as.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're called Rumpelstiltskin Grinder.
I wouldn't call the new stuff on the new album though goofy. I think it's pretty graveyard cemetery.
Yeah, but the good thing is if you read the lyrics that Sean has primarily come up with, they're very weird, which is good because if they're like we don't want to be just like a regular, straightforward type band. We have to have that insanity that it comes from all of us. Ryan, the one who thought of the band name, is the craziest one in the band, so like that kind of keeps us in line, like his craziness. So.
What's the meaning behind the name?
We just spent hours just cracking up trying to think of the dumbest band names, and then that was like the worst one that came up with. Like, they're definitely gonna call our band that.
Takes a long time to learn how to say Rumpelstiltskin Grinder. I still can't say.
No, it's still probably like I brought this up in the interview. I don't want to keep saying it in every single interview, but
The third one,
yeah, it is the third. It is the third Rumpelstiltskin Grinder, but it is a true story that I heard the name and I was like, that's the greatest name I've ever heard.
I
Right?
appreciate that.
And then I was like, I bought the CD at Hot Topic.
They had it there.
Yep.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, this is great. And then literally like 2 weeks later, JJ's like, hey, you want to go? JJ.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So he said, do you want to go hang out? And it's like, I know those guys from Rumpelstiltskin Grinder. And I'm like, you know those guys? Love that band. And then next thing you know, I'm sleeping on Sean's floor. So I mean, like it all happened like in a period of time.
With Perez.
Yeah, like I heard, this name's cool to being on the guy's floor. I'm like, how did this happen in such a short period of time?
Serendipity.
Speaking of Perez, we've been on tour with Perez.
Yes.
And it's been pretty amazing.
We wrote a song about him. Remember the song?
Big Dick
Big
Chihuahua.
Dick Chihuahua. Yeah.
Is that right?
Should we give him a little? Big Dick Chihuahua.
That's good. It'll stick in your head.
We'll show you Perez's dick.
We played a show in Nashville and we went to a party afterwards and there was a female Chihuahua there of all things. It's like, this is perfect. Like he's on tour, he's there.
Dude, remember when the Hawk almost ate him?
Yeah, Hawkman was sitting too.
Really?
Dude, we're sitting there. We're in a field wasting time that one day.
And he's just running around like grazing, and there's like this
around.
hawk circling. Like, yo, man, get your dog, dude.
Dog. That would have been horrible. Perez just flying away, wings of a hawk.
It would have been a good way to go.
Dude, I would have had to go home right after. I mean, I would have not been able to finish the tour.
Yeah. It would have been horrible. But
That would have been awful.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely. Although it's like
Kind of metal though.
You better be careful when you
it's
come over
glorious.
here, though.
It's just like a
Oh, you're
fucking
gonna keep Perez?
No, there's
If
hawks
you're gonna go
everywhere.
out,
Oh yeah.
That's how I want to go.
that's how you do it.
Alright, back to metal.
All right. What's the the biggest difference in the way you approach your playing in each of your different bands? Because there's different styles.
Well, the biggest difference is in one band there's one guitar, and the other band there's two guitars. So the parts are written for two guitars, and like if that's a totally different thought process than writing stuff to just have one guitar, and that's huge right there. And in terms of the styles are different, but I mean I'm very familiar with those styles. It's like the only thing I've been playing since being really young. So knowing what the feel of the band is and what we're trying to do with each band musically, that's part of it. But the hugest thing is just the amount of instruments, for sure.
Also, what is the biggest difference between the fans? Because is it similar fans or is it two different fan bases?
It's actually pretty different. When RSG toured with Absu, it was tough to convince a more black metalish crowd to be into a band called Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin is
They're
so
not
black
serious.
metal.
Then we go around and do our own shows, and we tour with like straight up thrash bands. That has been like just people going nuts. So
Rumpelstiltskin.
fans are different, I would say, but some people, people that like just metal, which is myself, like both bands. I mean, some people just like black metal and like fold their arms and buy stuff on eBay. It's rare.
All right. What you've written some songs. Which song were you most proud of? From anything you've ever written, actually, and not like. I know you like to probably pinpoint the new albums, but maybe anything you've ever.
Ghostmaker.
That's my favorite song that I've written. Probably a Rumpelstiltskin song. I like Nightworms quite a bit, which is from the new album. Just made it up in one day. I was like, this is it. Like, I just like how there wasn't any thought behind it. It just happened. I mean, other guys in the band did contribute riffs to it in parts, but that song just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm like, this is what I want to write. Is this Nightworms Trek 3?
Is it about fishing, Nightworms?
It's about worms coming out of the ground and taking over people's minds and making them cool. It actually says that.
I need some of them.
Yeah, we get some cool worms, man.
Why is my wife shaking her head?
One of the lines in it is about like smashing glasses off people's faces.
See? I'm telling you already.
It's
Yeah.
always cool.
And Sean, from time to time, is wearing glasses. I'm like, dude, I don't want to like alienate people who wear glasses with their lyrics.
Nobody would ever smack the glasses off of Sean.
Well, so on that note, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with part 2.